Hi everyone, welcome to my first lesson where I'll explain how to create a custom Neorg module from scratch. First of all, a bit of introduction. What is Neorg? Neorg is a NeoVim plugin that parses Norg files. The Norg file format is an alternative to the well-established org file format. And Neorg is basically a Norg mod alternative, built with NeoVim in mind. It aims to be a format which is easier to parse and extend. It hit version 1 in December of 2022, and the format is pretty solid already. However, it is missing some documentation, especially in the developer department, so I thought about doing a little series of videos that show how we can extend Neorg by creating our own modules. With the introduction out of the way, let's start working on our first module. Neorg modules are basically NeoVim plugins with a specific folder structure and a module.lua file that contains the actual code. So, first thing to do is creating a folder for our new module. Let's call it with a very cryptic name, my Neorg module. Okay, now let's open it up in Vim. NeoVim, of course. We need to create the necessary folder structure. I'm going to do it here in Neotree, but you can do it from the terminal or however you want, really. We need a Lua folder, so here it is. Then another folder called Neorg inside. This is the point where we need to choose a name for our module. We need to do it now because it will affect the folders that we will create from now on. So the GitHub wiki gives us some conventions that we need to follow when naming our modules. These are not hard-coded requirements, but just some guidelines to intuitively understand the scope of a module. So let's take a look. Here we are in the Neorg wiki. And here it is, module naming convention. As we can see here, there are four instructions that we are given. First of all, core modules will all start with core dot and then the name of the module following. We will not touch core dot anytime soon, really. It's just for the Neorg built-in modules. We want to take a look at this external dot module name. Also, there is these integrations with third-party software that aren't embedded in Neorg. For example, if you want to, I don't know, create a ChatGPT module for Neorg, you could use this external dot integrations dot, I don't know, ChatGPT, for example. But we only have a hello world exercise here to do, so we want to use external dot hello world. So this is the name of our module. And because of this name, we need to create, first of all, a modules folder. This is always there. I just forgot to add it before. And inside, we need to add external folder and a hello world folder. As you can see, this is just the name of our module, split where the dot is. So external and it's his own folder, and hello world is another folder. To remember it, you can imagine that Neorg is just doing this: require neorg.modules dot, and then it's just basically concatenating neorg.modules with the name of your module. Now, let's create finally our module.lua file. And for our exercise, it will be a pretty easy one, but first we need to do a little bit of scaffolding. So we will require neorg.modules.base. These will create our Neorg global variable with the API that we need. Now we can create the module. So local module equals Neorg modules create. And here we use the name of our module. So external.helloworld. I just saw that I need to do neorg.modules.base, not norg.modules.base. Okay, and at the end of the file, we will return it. So return module, here it is. Now, since we want to just print hello world, we will create a load method on our module. So module.load equals function. And inside of this, we'll just print hello world. Here it is. Save. And our module is finished. But of course, we need to add it to our Neorg configuration. So I just navigate to my Neorg config. And here it is. It's already a little bit used, my configuration, but what we want to look for is this opts load, and inside this table we will add our external dot hello world module. It seems like today I can type, I'm sorry, but okay, equals empty table because we haven't used any configuration, we haven't set up any config. Now we also need to add the folder as a dependency. Of course, if we already published our module, we will use the GitHub location. But in our case, for local development and testing, we will use a directory, which is dir equals. In my case, is projects / my Neorg module. So let's save and reload NeoVim. Okay, delete the empty buffer, and now here it is, hello world. Of course, there are a lot of other things that we need to do to create a useful module. In the next lesson, we'll see how to handle configuration and public APIs. So, hope this was useful, and see you soon.